We're
Hey Mel.
live.
Hey, hey Mel. What's going on?
Hi, Tony.
Yeah. Well, folks, we're live. We're back. We had a little break. Mel, you know time. I don't know how long it is. And well, now we get back to it. Mel, how long we took a break?
I actually haven't been counting. I know it's been quite a long time, at least about 2 months.
Yeah, so we had taken a break so we can re-establish our show 10 times better. 10 times better for you and make it more educated for you, more relationship based and more refined. And Mel beat me up all the time. So folks, I have to take a bruising, and that's how Mel go. She makes sure I stay on track, and I think it's a beautiful thing that she's doing. Though I row all the time, but folks, we're back, live and kicking in a new show. The, so we would have some issues with our internet, making it. So anyhow, we our show is health and show is 3 days a week. 3 days a week. Um, um, and 3 days a week.
You're not coming clear.
No, you're not hearing me. Do you hear me?
No.
You're not hearing me. Let's try. Did you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Could you
So
hear me
you
now?
have to go back. Yeah. Go back from what the beginning.
Okay. You sure you can hear me clear now?
Very clear.
All right. Yes, folks. Well, we're back. Mel and Tony under the tree, back for the new season, and we have a little refining our program to help you, to educate you, to motivate, inspire. We're still a relationship show, and we're still here to let you know that you can join us anytime you want, any live. Mel will tell you all of that about um, how you can reach us live and this that. So I'll leave that part to Mel. Mel, you can let the public know. Mhm.
Okay. I think I might have missed your new date, time, and all of that. So in order for us to know when to join, maybe you want to go back over our new date, time of day, so that they will know.
All right, folks. The new time and date will be 3 days, so the week, Monday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sorry, it's 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, at 7:15 in the morning. It's a half-hour show, and it is gonna be hot. It's a half-hour relationship show. The show will be based in 3 stages. Where first we talk about current events. Mel will take on your health and wellness nuggets. Every show, Mel will help you with your health, with the nuggets of the day. Going to be a great session. That's going to be the session. Mel is met Dr. Lightburn ground. She's medically, that's her thing. So she'll help you. And she believes in bush medicine. So, folks, it's going to be interesting. Right, Mel?
Yes, I'll try my best.
Mm. So you'll know all the new bush that you could use instead of taking those pills. You'll know what bush adds aboard. So, Mel, everything has been set up. Anything you need to add to this before we get into our show today?
No, I mean, I can just give a brief
Yes, please do.
outline on what to expect when we do the health tips. And we're basically looking at the whole man slash woman. And we're going to be just helping you to realize that your health is in your hand and you can do it every day. one small change at a time.
Yep, one small change at a time. So Mel, let the folks know when how they can get to be live with us.
Okay. Yes. We do have our email address, which is under the tree 242 at gmail.com. Now, it might be easier for those of you that are familiar with Tony and his contact to just simply hit him up and say, I'm interested, or even to let him know what topic you would like for us to discuss. That's basically the way we have been going in the past, and it has worked pretty good. Um, Alternately, you can comment on our Facebook page under the tree, found on the Facebook page. Um, and that's basically it. Email, hit Tony up, or just personal message us on our Facebook page. You
And
got that,
if you
Tony?
want to join the show live, Mel, yeah, if
Well,
you want to
once
join the
you
show
give
live,
us
tell the
notice
people.
that you want to join us live, we will require your email address so that we can send you the link, and you will be able to just click on that link and you'll be beamed into the studio live.
And also, they click live while they convert Texas live. We answer them. Can they
I'm
text
sorry, I
it?
didn't.
Can they text us live?
Yes, they can text via your telephone. Um, we've decided to go 7:15 a.m. to quarter to 8 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because Saturday, Sunday seem to be a busy time. I know the morning time you're getting ready for work, but it's a morning boost. We want to give you something to think about, something to act on in your relationship, in your personal sense of well being, and also in the community, because with the current events, we, the people, are the voice that governs our nation, governs the world. So if there is a current event, we want your input, we want to share our input, and together we may be able to come up with some ideas that can get the wheels moving in the direction that we want it to at a national level.
And realize this is a relationship show, so let's stick with it. Remember now, this is based on relationship and any topic you want us to take on. We take on any topic. We're not afraid of any topic. We under the tree chat, and we here to stay, and we strong, and we don't matter what it is. We take on. If you having some issues at home with your children, if you have some issues with your husband, if your sex life is not in order, we take it on. If whatever it is, we can take it on. We're not afraid, and we're not afraid of nothing and nobody's. Mel, so what our show today, um, like I say, we based on a relationship, and people time to time has asked us to do a certain show. So if you see us with a show and we discussing it, if somebody has say, please give me some clarity on what's happening in my relationship, and so we try to help in a way. This week, um, we had folk a folk called me up and says to me, I having some issue with my relationship. I want to know why this man not he wants to leave me now. I'm in love with him. I'm crazy in love with him, but he wants to leave me. And she said she did all what she can. She did all what she can. She said he want blood and all. I gave him blood, and now he's still walking out the door. She want to know why. Ah, that's a heavy topic, Mel. I don't know. I don't know if you're ready for that one today, man. You sure you ready for that? Mm.
Yep. I mean, it is no quick fix. There is no straightforward answer, or as I often like to say, no one size fit all. So it begins primarily with looking at all the things that you have done and then determining whether what you've done is what he is expecting, or you've been giving what you think he should want. That's the first step.
Hmm. That's your first step. Well, when I thought about it, I would say this is a show that you could beat up on. This is you could be very good at it because you got more patience than Job. So wait a minute. So all right. So this is my perspective. I I'm not afraid to take it on, but this is my perspective. So you chime in, Mel, where you think that you need to, but this is my perspective. What I think happened in a relationship, I don't want to go back to the beginning because we could go back to the beginning and say the relationship pick wrong or pick didn't pick each other. You understand? We can go way back and say, well, this guy you picked wrong, and you just was happy that you have a man, and all. We could go deep into that. But this is where I want to take this perspective from. I want to take this perspective from when you hit this point that you realize you don't want this relationship any longer. Or let's say a man. I'll stick there because I'm coming speaking from a man perspective. And when you don't want a relationship no more, in most relationship for a man, um, I don't want to get myself in trouble. Men in tendency to have a vision in their head that where their relationship should be, and when that vision doesn't fit him any longer, it's easy to run. And let me break that down a little smaller for you so you get it. Like a woman in a relationship, she works hard. She wants her relationship work. She married this guy. She wants this to end up to be a loving relationship that end. So she get comfortable. She get fat on the couch. She get comfortable in the bed. Watch me now. And she get comfortable because she done thinking, okay, this is the last night. I'm on top. So she get comfortable in herself. And so when she become comfortable, she started to accept everything. Good, bad, she was the last man. So she started to accept it. You know what I mean? Sorry, you get me? You get me? Yeah. She started to accept it. And once she started to accept this relationship, she sat in the mood. I come here, I come, I came, like rotation. And so she thinking ahead, she figured this man out. Once I do these things this way, I got him. He good. We good. In a man's mind and man's head, that is not good enough for him. Because in his head, he somehow started to compare apples and orange. My woman fact. My woman, she's snoring, going sleep. My woman don't do this no longer. But what the man don't understand, see, I'm talking about man now. What the man don't understand, see, this is where my key. 90% of the things the woman do for you, you good with. But that 1%, you can leave this woman for that 1%. Now, let me explain. Let me explain. Let me see if I can get, let me see if I can get you. Let me explain this. I'm going to explain something to you. And I want you chime in. I want you chime in, Mel. The one thing for a man, a woman could do everything in a relationship. But one thing she doesn't do, you can leave her for one thing. That's sex. Oh well, you don't give me no sex like you used to. See, because a man still thinking in the past. Woman has moving on. See, because the relationship is not just based on one thing. So why you gonna leave this woman 99%? You like what she do. But because a young girl comes along and she giving you more sex than the old woman or the woman you have home, the wife you had home for years, you gonna leave the wife for that. It is too many times that men do this to themselves. Because if you have 99% or 90% of good things, you can leave a woman for man. What's the man? I tired complaining. I tired telling about this. I want thing now. She got 99% right. I want to try. And then we talk about a woman. You can leave a man because, watch now, because he got 99% right. But you asked him for some money and he didn't give it to you. And you asked him and he didn't give it to you. So you can leave. See, woman moves by money. Something. So you can leave this man because they're looking for another man for just money. This man give you 99% of things that he get right. That 1%, you can leave him. And so there's too many.
Um,
Go ahead, man. I let you. Go ahead, take it from me.
I I hear both sides of the coin, but I find it difficult to understand why one thing, for instance, go to the example of the man leaving because of the sex.
Mhm.
My question would be, what steps have been taken to remedy the problem? What steps did you take? Okay, clearly the sex issue has not always been that way. Okay, it means that some changes would have taken place either for health reason or for interrelational dynamic reasons, meaning the persons have drifted apart, the affection has dwindled, but it's about getting to the root of the problem, finding out why this change is happening and what we can do together to fix it. You can't blame the person who is deficient. Likewise, the money issue. I know that was just an example, but imagine you leaving your partner who may have fallen on hard times, lost a job, or have some health issues, or some family member who might have required some assistance that dig into the money that is normally available. What's wrong with that picture? It's terribly wrong.
Yeah, but people don't have relationship problems at the beginning and the middle of a relationship. They have it coming to the end.
Well, you hear what you say?
Mhm.
Does the relationship have an end? We establish an end, and the end come as a result of the diminishing of the communication, of
Yeah,
the shared interest, of the affection. That's where end. But
but most
when we meet a person, we think, oh, this is a person I want to spend the rest of my life with. So there is no end in sight. The
but
end only comes into view when we fail to reach a understanding or a common ground for addressing issues that arise over the journey.
no, no. In the case, let's go back to the woman's side. In the case of a woman, and she leave a man for the money. Okay, let's talk about that for a second. It was always a it was always a money issue. It
And for
just
man, I guess it was always a sex issue.
I mean, that's what. So the
Uh-huh.
relationship. So the that's the key. So the relationship
Was
was based
grounded.
ah grounded on the money, and the next one was grounded on the sex. So men grounded on the sex, and women grounded on the money. Woman will tell you to your face that I never hang around. Why should I be here with a broke man? They'll tell you. And then they will tell you, they brassy enough to tell you, like going back to the men, they're brassy enough to tell you, as a woman, you jumping on top of me, I I need money. Or should I stay clean and I need this and I need that? And I ain't jumping on my, let no man jump on me because, right? So I don't want to go down that road. But I'm just saying, let's go back on the other side. Let's talk about the fact that the sex, the man is not giving his money because he's not getting the sex. So he goes out and leave this men really don't want to go and leave their relationship. What men do, men want to have basically the same thing he had from when he met you. So
So, so he
when he,
wants to defy the laws of nature where the
yeah,
woman remains the way she was from day one. He
yeah.
could age, he could change, but she have to remain the same.
But remember the words, woman tell a man, she is the prize. So the prize got to be ready, and the prize got to stay the prize. You can't have it. You can't have it both ways. But that's what you
And
say. You the prize. So you
and,
got to
and you
keep.
and I agree that the woman has to keep her man happy, like the man has to keep his woman happy. You don't make them happy, you add to their happiness by doing the things that they like. Okay? You add to it. It's not your total responsibility. But when you love someone, you are always seeking out ways to increase and magnify the happiness that they have. Okay?
Yeah.
So the issue, coming to your initial person who requested this topic be discussed, is she now need to do an introspection and look at what has changed since the start of her relationship to what is causing the man. Now, if she keeps and if she has asked and he didn't provide an answer, then I say it's a cop out. He just simply wants out. And it has nothing to do with her.
I
Wow.
don't I don't think so. I think he been preaching for
But she
her
said
to,
she's been doing everything.
yeah, but she was probably, I'm gonna answer him. She probably was built and wired this way, and he never saw it because she was acting the part. I want this man, so I'm gonna do to keep him. This and until it happens that she sets in a mode now. This is a real her.
So
After the
basically, she get tired of acting.
yes, and so now what had happened when she get tired of acting? He decided that I can't do this no longer because you acting. I find out you acting, and I want to go. But the answer to her question is this, or to him: do not allow one thing of all the 99%. See, this is where man and woman go wrong. We cannot allow one thing destroy our relationship. Oh,
But
you don't need money no more, or because I get broke now.
okay, now I'm gonna say, as far as the money is concerned, that might be an easy fix. As far as the
How could be
sex is
easy fix?
concerned,
Tell me
huh?
how. Tell me how it could be easy fix.
Well, money is just a means whereby your needs are met. Sex, on the other hand, is a need that only sex can meet. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
So if it's a money issue, he may be able to get a loan, he may be able to, especially if he is employed. Now, if he is unemployed, then that's a different story. She has to be fair in her dealings with the absence of money during a period of drought.
S-
Now, if this is habitual and he is lacking in responsibility and she is carrying the weight and he is just for the free ride, then hey, who can put up with that for the rest of their life?
But
Or unless
like
he
I
needs
said,
to
like
wake
I
up.
said earlier with the Nuggets, I said earlier, we could have gone into more deeper depths with the root cause and what happens. But I just wanted to be answer that her question based on what happened, not going into depths and root. I just letting you know to both of them and just open their eyes a little to show them, hold on, he might be begging for sex. You might give it him as much as he wanted. And she might be begging for money. So she holding her sex.
Mm.
But that shouldn't stop. If I am a man and I paying all the bills in the house, everything, and only one thing I complaining about is sex. Here's the key. That could be fixed.
Yeah,
Instead
it can be.
of going to find a young girl, I could fix that.
It can be fixed in the relationship.
No, listen to what I say. To her, that could be fixed in a relationship. The sex could be fixed in a relationship. You don't need to go out because that one little minor thing. Now, to some people, sex is not minor.
I don't think sex is minor. I think sex is major. But I think what it is like what I would call the end of the journey, the climax. Just like how at the end of the sexual intercourse, there is a climax. Literally, what you do in the relationship from the day dawn until the sun sets and through the night sets the pace for sexual intimacy. If that connection is absent, then it's difficult to yield yourself or give yourself.
For another show.
In essence, the connection, there is some wires that are not connecting in relationships where sex becomes an ultimate.
For another show, right?
Hmm.
We could go into that topic, right?
Yeah.
For this one, watch me. I want you to forget this now. 99.9 of people, especially men, they only hitting. They only having sex. Not all that emotional wrapped up. They only having sex. That's a woman thing.
And that is why they are losing out because they are not meeting the emotional side of the woman. You want sex? Get that woman's emotion intact. Get that woman's emotion flowing, and sex will never be a problem for you.
And I say from experience, listen to my word. If you and your partner don't have a chemistry, you could forget it on the sex talk
Hmm.
until both people parties sit down and have a discussion,
On how
have
to
an
up
open
the amp
discussion. Yes,
on the sex thermometer.
right, and have a have an open discussion.
Okay, so
Mhm.
Wednesday morning, we have to pick this up.
You want to take you want to take okay.
Yeah, we need to. You
You need to
can't.
go down. You want to go
This
down that road.
this is just dangling. We haven't. This is the
You
tip
want to go
of
deep.
the
You want to go
iceberg.
deep, eh? Yeah,
Yeah, but
because
we don't
because
wanna
most,
we don't wanna
you know,
kill our audience with too
yeah,
much time.
yeah. You know when I can say this and then we can close it. You could imagine you married for, to somebody who not meeting your sexual need, and no matter what you do, you try, you t- they still don't get it because their focus is not on you. They focus somewhere else. So come, let me hurry up, shut your mouth, and then let me get out here, and I go on away. So it is
Slam
so
bam.
yeah, shut your mouth, because all you're doing is wasting my time anyhow. Let me hurry up, get out here. But that is this. See, this is the type of topic you need to take up. We got to go into depth with this type of topic because so much Bahamian people. See, I know you know how I know, right? I know so much Bahamian people. They will talk to you one on one, but they don't want to talk to their partner. Where it's supposed
That's
to
the
be
person they should be talking to.
yeah. Well, they will sit me down and they will take my listening ear because that's what all
Because
they
guess
want.
what though? Guess what? That is so awkward because they always say there are two sides
Yep.
every story. So maybe what needs to happen is the bringing together, or maybe hearing his side, her side, and then bringing them together for comparison or for being the mediator, where you say, okay, this is what you said, and this is what you said. How do you think together you can resolve this issue to get the fire rekindled and burning again?
So tomorrow we will take it a little further in depth. I didn't want to go too in depth,
Wednesday.
but I on my Wednesday. But I tell you this. This is why I just was answering her call. Why she think he wants to go, right? Is because that one thing.
I'm going to say this. I am going to say this, right? Oftentimes, we are too caught up in ourselves to really hear what our partner is saying. Okay?
Exactly.
We dismiss them because we're only listening to answer, but not to understand where that person is. And until we begin to seek to understand, our relationships are going to always be a problem.
Okay. And so today, me and Mel was answering individual who want to know why. I tried to not go into the whole ramification of it. I just try to just take it from the because there's no reason a man wakes up in the morning and tell his wife, "I'm done." And what you said to me, talking individually, you said, "You do everything." Uh, what you say to me, you do everything. This is what you tell me. You did everything. And I asked you, what about the sex? Do you? She say, but yeah, but.
Okay? So that's the but. The
Yeah,
but.
but that's about. But 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 the point I'm making, and we can close. I just feel if two people been married for all these years, one item she don't feel that she got so much things to do and he should be riding her body and now she getting old and yeah, you have to as a man if you she's giving you 99% of everything that one thing you got to work that out that one thing shouldn't be it.
Listen, you see, this
Go ahead.
here, we really have to go into
Yeah,
this Wednesday
Wednesday.
because I keep saying, don't give people what you think they should have. Give them what it is that they desire.
Yeah,
Give
but
them what they desire. See,
but
the
some
men
people
something.
desire.
Women are programmed to clean in the house. Man don't want no clean house. Man want his sex.
Exactly. Exactly. So
So
but
leave
but
the
hold
house
on.
dirty
But
and tell him go clean the house because you tired from having
hold
sex.
on.
That's
Hold
all.
on. But hold on. The woman want her money. And if you don't give her that money, she ain't give you no nugget. So that's just where it is.
Oh, okay.
And
Anyhow,
so,
let's
anyhow,
take this out
on
again.
Wednesday morning,
Mhm.
7:15, under the show, Mel and Tony, that's what we meet.
Get your morning boost.
Get your morning boost. So stay ready for it on Wednesday morning, 7:15. We'll be here live on your way to work in your car. You can
And
pull up.
and the current events, the health nuggets,
Yeah.
and the topics are all to bring this thing into balance. So
Yes.
be sure to join us Wednesday morning right here at
7:15
7:15.
in your car, live in your car as you go to work. Tony and Mel.
Yeah? Okay. Take care
Bye bye now.
till Wednesday.